Has this question ever crossed your mind? Why nations do not print money to get rich? Let's explore and understand this question further in this video. Printing additional money will only increase the amount of currency in the circulation. It has no impact whatsoever on economic health or activity. An individual who is inexperienced in the complexities of economics would just recommend printing more money to elevate our perpetual money difficulties in the light of widespread anxiety of jobs, unreasonable pay, and rising costs. But this is not the viable option. Let us try to understand this with a small example. Before we move forward, please do look at subscribing to this channel if the subjects of business, management, and economics are of interest to you. Let us get on with our example now. Suppose you go to a shop to buy a pen worth ₹20. You find 4 more customers are already present, looking to buy that same pen which is worth ₹20. And now the shopkeeper informs that he has only 2 of those pens in stock. So he increases the price to ₹25. Now you realize that out of 5 customers who are present in the shop, only 2 can afford that price of ₹25. But suddenly you see that government doesn't want to see its citizens poor and decides to print more money so that the other 3 customers can also afford that ₹25 worth of pen. Now shopkeeper is stressed and confused and he sees an opportunity there. Since he has only 2 pens in his stock, what can the shopkeeper do now? He further raises the price of the pen to ₹50. Since with increased money in the economy, the demand of pen has gone up, but the stock, which is 2 pens, is the same as before. Do you think shopkeeper has any other options available? Do write them in the comments. In the mentioned example, did you observe what has happened? This is the simple science of demand and supply. The increased money in circulation has led to increase of the price of the pens from ₹20 to ₹50. The point is, it rarely succeeds when the whole nation attempts to increase its wealth by printing more money, because prices would increase if everybody had the money, but the supply side is the same constant, and subsequently the consumers will realize that they need more amount of money to purchase the same amount of quantity that they wanted earlier. Printing additional money only increases the amount of currency in circulation. It has no impact on the economic activity. If more money is printed, consumers can demand more goods and services. But if businesses produce same amount of goods, they will raise the prices in response to the increased money in circulation. In a simple scenario, printing more money will only lead to the inflation. A nation has to produce more goods and services if at all it wants to get richer. To a certain extent, this will make safe to print additional amount of money so that customers can buy that additional production of items. So in a nutshell, when a country prints more money and issues currency in the market without producing goods and services, the prices will rise and lead to higher rate of inflation. Nevertheless, it is not always a bad idea. For instance, many industrialized nations use increased money printing as a way to combat recession. During the recent coronavirus pandemic, US and many other nations took this action to make financing easily accessible and available at a reduced interest rate. However, it is also stated that due to the inflation risk, this additional stimulus has to be gradually reduced. Only the wealthy states like United States and few others have the ability to increase its wealth by printing more currency. This is due to the fact that majority of important commodities such as gold and oil that all other nations in the world buy and sell to one another are priced in dollars or euros maybe. Therefore, US and some other countries can produce more currency if they wish to purchase more goods. However, if too many were printed, the cost in dollars would still increase. I hope you have subscribed to the channel by now. So the bottom line of the entire subject is, no government can print more money to recover from crisis or recession. The most fundamental reason of this is that in a trade, money only acts as a middleman to facilitate the exchange between individuals. We wouldn't need money if goods could trade amongst each other directly without any middleman, which is money. Printing more money has no other impact than on the conditions of exchange between money and things. Nothing fundamental changes. What was ₹10 some time back is costing ₹100 with increased flow of money and currency. The situation is kind of similar to how awarding each student 10 additional points on a test has no impact on merit calculations or ranking of students whatsoever. Do write in comments what you think how government can effectively increase supply of goods and services along with money supply in the market. Keep thinking, be inspired, and keep building.